Hello, welcome to the Jessica Brahma channel. I'm Evangelist Jess, and yeah, it's the Christmas season, isn't it? And it's so cold. I'm wrapped up, so don't mind my outfit, thank you. I'm going to share three stories with you today. This lady you're looking at now on the screen is about to be killed. Her sin is that she shared the video of the stoning of Deborah Samuel. You remember Deborah Samuel, the lady that was accused of blasphemy in Sokoto because she had told her classmates that it was wrong for them to be using the group WhatsApp chat to be sharing Islamic messages. So they said for her to say that it was blasphemy against the prophet, and they stoned her, and nothing happened to these people that stoned her. Now, the person that's been arrested is the lady, one of the ladies that shared the videos of the stoning, and she's her case is in court. She's been in jail for almost a year, and her case is in a Sharia court. She's a Christian. She's not supposed to be tried in a Sharia court. I'll bring you details of that, and also look at this man on the screen. He's a doctor, so to say, but he's now in police net for killing a pregnant woman and selling her baby. Kill the woman on the operation table. The baby survived, sold the baby. I give you details of that in a moment. And then this man, to some people is a pastor, is their pastor. They are much beloved pastor. But to some others, many who have taken him to court in Nigeria, he has duped them. They allege that he has duped them of 306 million naira, over 300 million naira, because he had promised to help them secure the care assistant job in Nigeria. You know, most of the agents here in the UK are selling the certificate of sponsorship. They're selling it for £10,000, 11,000, 12, and so on. So people believed him, especially because he has the pastor title by his name. They gave him the money, and they alleged that he had defrauded them of over 300 million naira. He's just been released on bail. I'm also going to give you details of that. And please subscribe to my channel. YouTube have informed me that 90% of people who watch me, who get value from my content, don't subscribe or have refused to subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. And another very important thing I please ask you to do for me is hit the thumbs up button. Just click the thumbs up button, and you can make a comment. Let me know what you think about this story. Thank you so much. So let's get started. When Deborah was stoned to death, her friends were so sad about what happened to her, and they shared the video of the stoning just to show people that yes, this actually happened. This was one of her friends that shared that video, and her story goes like this. Yes, Sahara Reporter started a hashtag Free Rhoda Jatau now, and what Sahara Reporters are saying is that we were all pained at Deborah's killing, and that now we're just going to sit and watch them commit another killing in the name of Sharia or whatever. So this lady Rhoda spoke up against Deborah's killing. She was one of those that spoke up against it. They've held her in custody since last May, and she has recently been tried in a Sharia court. But why? Why should a Christian be tried in the Sharia court in gross violation of the Nigerian constitution? And none of our leaders are saying anything. Does it mean that Christians can be lynched at any time? So they are asking Christians to speak up against this. Please, whoever has the ear of the people in power, whoever has the ear of the president's wife, who is a Christian, should please go and speak to her so that they can speak to the people responsible for holding this girl in the prison to release her. To release her for the sake of conscience, to release her because she's innocent, to release her because they can't just kill her for crying over the killing of Deborah Samuel. This is so pathetic. News we had concerning this man. A magistrate court sitting in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State in Nigeria, has granted him bail. He's a 52-year-old pastor, Paul Kayode Joash. The bail is to the sum of 10 million naira. And the bail is in connection with alleged involvement in the theft of the sum of 306,111,4 500 naira. The case was presided over by Magistrate Mudashiru at Court 2, and it was ordered that the subject, Joash, must produce two reliable sureties in the sum of 10 million naira each. These sureties must possess landed property within the GRA area of Ibadan. The man was arraigned because for a case that is bordering on stealing and fraud. He has pleaded no guilty to it. But the case says that Mr. Kayode and others at large, in the month of August 2022, they conspired together to commit felony by obtaining money under false pretense and thereby committed an offense punishable under Section 516 of the Criminal Code of Oyo State. The man and the others at large also collected the sum of, they fraudulently took 134 million naira from one pastor, Elegbe Akintola Frederick, under the pretext to procure certificates of sponsorship to the United Kingdom for some persons that are named here. So the count 4 also says that the same man with those at large, under the pretext of procuring certificate of sponsorship to the UK for other people, also collected 30 million naira. In another instance, he collected 41 million naira. In another instance, he collected 100 and something. It's a long list of money that he collected from people, promising to help them get the care job in the United Kingdom. When the government of the United Kingdom wanted to help the African countries to come here to work as care assistants, to give them that opportunity, the companies involved were doing it free of charge. They were not collecting money from anybody at all. In fact, they were paying for flight tickets for people who were able to apply and get the job. And that was why some of us in the churches here decided that it would be proper for us to teach people in Nigeria how to go through the process. The process was a bit, not so straightforward, but it was easy to go by as long as you had somebody guiding you. So people were guided, they were able to apply directly to the companies. But because of the influence of social media, a lot of people got to know about this job. And so many applications were coming to companies. Some companies said they were getting up to 2,500 applications in a day. So they decided to cede the job to agents. They asked agents to help them in the recruitment process, and that was when the whole thing went wild. Nigerians took advantage, those who live here and were able to get the agency license. They started charging people so much money. They started from £3,000 to £5,000 to £8,000, £10,000, £11,000, and then up to £12,000. They were collecting from people in Nigeria just for them to come and wash old people's bum in the United Kingdom. But this particular Mr. Joash Kayode collected the money with some people totaling over 300 million, but did not give the people the jobs. And we have heard that a lot of people sold houses in Nigeria to be able to pay these agents to be able to get the job. Now, these ones did not get the job. They've lost the money and the case is in court. Only God knows how long it will take for the case to be decided. And only God knows whether Mr. Kayode will be able to refund the money if he's found guilty of theft and fraud. The medical doctor, Dr. Happiness Enyinaya Ihikumere, was arrested in October for allegedly trafficking 4 children to different parts of the country. But he was released after that arrest in October. The police released him after that arrest in spite of the evidence against him. Now he's accused of killing a 20-year-old pregnant woman and selling her baby. The doctor has a medical center in Port Harcourt. He performed surgery on the pregnant woman, the woman Rachel, to remove her baby, but the woman did not survive the surgery. So he took the baby and sold the baby. Then he told the nurse to please inform the woman's relatives that the woman had died in a car accident. And that was in November 2023. He told them that if the sister had died, the woman had died of an accident. And when the police were involved and the nurses were arrested, the nurses who worked with him at the operating table, they admitted that they were present when the doctor performed the surgery and killed the woman. But they said the baby came out alive, and the doctor absconded with the baby and sold the baby. Now the doctor has been caught. So, does anybody have a direct line to the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria? Please tell him to arrest the policemen involved with this man, because obviously something has gone wrong here. This is so despicable that a man who could do that could be released. A man who was known to be trafficking children, he was caught trafficking 4 children to different parts of the country. They released him without monitoring him, without more investigations, and the man went back to his hospital to go and continue killing pregnant women and trafficking their babies. This is unacceptable. This is on Nigerians. You can do better. IG, you can do better. The police, is there not just one person in that police station that will say this man must not be released? This man must not just be released without us taking him to court first and making sure that there are stringent bail conditions placed on him. Now they've rearrested him, and let's pray and hope that he will not just be released this time around without taking him to court, without the law taking its course.